I am so happy with how this looks for the Rangers. We have a pitcher, Jack Leiter, and he is a dude.
And while I do think his hitting is worse than Derek Jeter, it's not that far off.
You're not mentioning 2006. You can mention the other people, not 2006.
Oh, just because I bought the best soap doesn't mean your room's going to be clean. It just leaves it to where I don't believe that the Canadians had a shot.
I really don't like the Clippers just kind of sending it in when they're like...
Hi, this is Kelly Forbes with the Dallas Stars, and listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our MLB Opinions of the Week. We talked about one great team yesterday, but now a team that was kind of is viewed as a great team, and they have great players, Austin, but it is not going well for them as they are currently behind the Padres as we are recording. But if they win, they could get back to a tie with the Padres, I would say, for the division lead. And of course, the team we are talking about is the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah. Are you worried at this point, or do you think this is just a blip in what could still be a great season?
I'm not really worried about it because they're a team that has tried to make themselves the best team ever, given just the amount of money they have thrown at good and great players. But money can only take you so far. It goes a lot into the depth, and they're dealing with a lot of injuries to, I would say, starting pitching, and hitters are going to have some bad games. So to me, that is why they're having this. So I'm not really worried. And the point of getting those great players isn't really for the regular season. It's for what they do in the postseason.
True, but I would say that home field advantage matters somewhat. We have seen Dodgers team completely flame out in the playoffs. I still remember when they got swept in the first round by the Diamondbacks, I believe. No. Yes.
Yeah.
In the wild card. Yeah, in 2023. So, yep. I mean, we've seen them completely flame out when they're not at their best. And I at this point, I could see it. The wild card is so short. I mean, it's a 3-game series. So, if you don't get that bye, which right now they're not in a position to do, a couple bad games and you're out of the playoffs.
That's very true. But yeah, I think this is just a fault of how they're built. It really is when you get a top-heavy team. And they tried their best to be a complete team, but that's just impossible because you signed so many great players. You don't have enough money to put in other positions, and you have depth, and you traded depth for guys to get people on your team that could help your team better than those depth pieces. But there are injuries, so that kind of leads to something unexpected.
That's true. Are you worried about anything regarding Betts' struggles? Betts has really struggled this year. They've also had some starting pitching injuries, like they've really had a problem with over the last 3 or 4 years. Does any of that concern you?
I think Betts, will figure it out. I think he's a great player. But I do think starting pitching is an issue for them. And that's a deal. That's a part they've put a lot of money in. Of course, you have Clayton Kershaw, but he's not what he was. You just want him to be a good starting pitcher.
And he has been that this year.
Yeah. And then but to me, it's Yamamoto, Glasnow, who I believe is injured. Or
Kershaw does have a 3.14 ERA this year, so he's been solid. Let me see. Is Glasnow injured? No, he's healthy right now.
Okay. But he's someone that in the playoffs, you're going to have a good starting rotation. And I know they have Kirby Yates in the bullpen, but to me, when you don't have starting pitching that can go a solid outing and give you 5 or 6 innings in the playoffs, it's really going to hurt you. And you go to your bullpen's going to get tired. And then it also allows the team to see a lot. Because to me, their starting pitching did not play well when they lost to the Diamondbacks that you mentioned in 2023.
Yeah, and they've also traded guys who were in the rotation, like Dustin May is traded. And they tried to add different guys to their starting spots, but I don't know. Blake Snell is back. He's played well in his only 4 starts this year. He has a 2.37 ERA and is looking back at Cy Young levels. If he stays healthy, Glasnow stays healthy, Kershaw stays healthy, Yamamoto stays healthy, then I could definitely see them coming back from this and being stronger. But I do think that the injuries are starting to catch up with the team that's on the older side.
Yeah, and of course, I forgot Shohei Ohtani as a starting pitcher, but I think he's someone that's coming back. So I'm getting a little concerned as there are some outings where it's like he's not really pitching his best. He can't really go that far. So I think that's something that could be concerning, not to rely on Shohei as a starter and a hitter, even though that's what they're paying him for to do. But Tommy John, you got to take the longer view with Ohtani and just keeping him healthy as a starting pitcher and a hitter.
Yeah. But I mean, they have Kike Hernandez hitting under 200. You have Michael Conforto hitting under 200. Tommy Edmonds hitting 228. Mookie Betts hitting 242. Those are more the concern guys. Miguel Rojas is also struggling. Hyun-Sung Kim, though, a rookie, does have 1.7 WAR and is batting over 300 in only 58 games. I think Mookie could turn it around, but I also remember him going hitless wildcard game or series that we discussed previously. So I am worried. You said you weren't.
No, I think this is just how it is when you invest top heavy, when especially Betts, Freeman, and Ohtani. I remember Ohtani, they won the World Series last year, but Freeman and Betts did not play well in the playoffs, and that really was the end of the playoffs for the Dodgers. So I do believe Betts gets it going, but it needs to take some time. But they just don't have guys to fill in for Betts because they don't have enough money.
That's true. And they're also paying Betts a lot. So Betts can turn it around. He's still been solid defensively. It's really just with the bat that he has struggled. Freddie Freeman's been very good. Will Smith obviously has been the second best catcher in baseball this season, only behind Cal Raleigh. So they still have bright spots. I just think that the NL is going to be extremely competitive. And the Padres have caught up to them, and they obviously really don't like the Dodgers. So any series with those two, I think, will be extremely competitive. And, I mean, they are the team that also played them the toughest last year. So it'll be the playoffs should be extremely interesting.
I think they should, and it would be really exciting if the Padres face the Dodgers because there is a lot of animosity, but it makes for great television and great storytelling. So let us know your thoughts on if we're freaking out about the Dodgers, if we should be freaking out. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We appreciate you listening to Outsiders Opinions.